What's up, you guys? It's Day Day, and we're here for a Basketball Wives LA Season 5, Episode 14 review. Um, we start off, with, Chani and Jackie. They're trying to figure out what the fuck Tammy is doing. Is she dead? Did somebody kidnap her? Jackie's ass said that. They're like, what the fuck is going on with Tammy? Like, why isn't she out and not answering her door? And at this point, I'm like, yeah, Tammy, what's going on? So Tammy finally comes out and she's obviously been asleep. She said she overslept or whatever, and she's like, "Give me 15 to 20 minutes and I'll be right on out." And they're like, "Okay, okay." So they all go back to the group, and I guess 15 20 minutes later, Tammy comes out, and I will say that Tammy is, you know, by what we're seeing, like she's putting her best foot forward. She's not letting the whole Duffey situation get to her, and she's vibing with the girl. She seems happy, and she's like, let's go or whatever. And I'm like, okay, Tammy, I appreciate you putting your big girl panties on and not being a bitch. Trying to enjoy the trip. So they're out, and I just have to say that I love Angel Love because Angel Love, even though her and Duffey don't get along, and that Duffey went in on her, Angel Love still, tries to comfort Duffey, to see what's wrong with her, what's going on with her, and Duffey's like, I'm not having a good time because if I would have known that there was a chance that I could be excluded from the group and I came all the way, half across the world to go on this trip, then, that would be fucked up. And I agree. If, that happens, that would be fucked up. Like that whole, Tammy do some things and Duffey do some things. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right whatsoever. And then we flip over to Tammy, and Tammy is very much being Tammy. She's like she don't decide Duffey annoys her, and Shawnee of course is eating it up and kinda egging it on like Shawnee always does. She's laughing. Like this shit is so funny. This shit wasn't even fucking funny. Y'all, Shawnee is the most instigating puppeteer master that's ever been on the show. She is giving Mona Scott Young a run for her money. But it, they're they're talking, and what I want to say is I find it funny that Angel Love is checking on Duffey, but it doesn't seem like Brandy, her sister, or even Malaysia even gives a shit. So they're at this Portuguese restaurant with nasty ass food, and it's very dry. No one's talking, and I think it was Brandy who says, it's very dry, or whatever. And everybody's like looking like, yeah, or whatever. And Duffy's like, I'm having fun. I'm good. I'm okay. And notice who starts the drama, who starts the bullshit, who starts to stir the pot. Shawnee's ass. Instead of saying something like trying to ease the tension or do a icebreaker, Shawnee wants to bring up the fact that her and Tammy were eavesdropping on their conversation, and Duffy was like, "How old are y'all? That is so immature." And I agree, that is immature. And notice how I guess Tammy felt some kind of way about what Brandy said. So she's like, I'm not prideful. And I was so happy that Brandy stood her ground and she pretty much said what the fuck we all been saying. Like, if Jackie and her husband are throwing this trip together, you should have been able to put, your differences aside, and for the sake of, having a girl trip, be cool and cordial instead of trying to split everybody up, and some girls do this thing and some girls do that thing. I was very proud that Brandy didn't let Tammy try to bully her into apologizing, because of the fact that that's how she felt at the time, and that's how she probably still feels, and that's how I feel as well. So Tammy eventually says to Duffey, she was like, the last time I saw you, you said you were gonna beat my ass in front of my daughter, and Duffey was like, I meant it. Now I will say this, Duffey, if you're not about that life, don't say shit like that because that could have escalated and become this big fight, this whole big incident in Portugal or whatever. But Duffey, she doesn't want to fight. And she even calls Malaysia out, which I kind of agree with because, Malaysia is the one that's trying to get Duffey to clear the air or spill what's ever on her mind. But I don't think that Duffy's problem was the fact that she has a problem with Tammy. Duffy's problem was the fact that she did not want to do two separate trips. That was her problem. It wasn't really with Tammy. That's why Duffy was crying. So for Malaysia to try to call out Duffy and put her on the spot, trying to make it seem like she has this big problem with Tammy, I didn't agree with that at all. So they're back on the bus because, like I said, Duffy ain't about that life. She don't want to fight. So they're back on the bus and they're doing truth or dare and everyone's doing dares. Somebody dares, what was her name? I think it was Angel Love who dared Angel Brinks to kiss a Portuguese man, and then Duffy dared Brandy to slow dance with a Portuguese guy. So they go out and they do that. It was a fun scene. It was kind of cool. I kind of laughed. It was cute. So we get to Shawnee and Tammy, and they're on the terrace, overlooking the beautiful view. And Tammy is like, I think I might be pregnant or whatever. And Shawnee was like, "Are we gonna take a test or whatever?" And I guess they're gonna take a test or whatever. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Y'all. Duffy should have left well enough alone. So Jackie is over the whole trip. And I will say that these women are not acting like they really came. They have a good time on this trip. They're lackadaisy. They're moping around. It's too cold on the beach. They want to go to the bus. It's just like they're having a good time. So I can understand Jackie feeling the way she does, especially since her husband pay for the trip. So they all go sit down. They're at, I guess, another restaurant or wherever they're at or whatever. And they're all sitting down. And Jackie, she's supposed to step away. So she's like, "Let me tell you. Well, actually, what the fuck I have to she's going in and she's saying, I feel like there's some tension in the group that we have to get out. Like not necessarily between me and you, Tammy, or me and Shawnee, or Angel Love and Angel like that. Like that's what Jackie is giving us, and." Tammy takes this time to say, me and Angel brings, me and Duffy, we have, we had a ongoing issue, but, there's no tension because she didn't have anything to say, and I don't have anything to say, so we're just enjoying our trip or whatever. And for some reason, Duffy takes this time to say, "Well, now that I think about it, my issue with you is," and I didn't even hear what her issue was. I think she said that Tammy lied about how things went. Like someone said that she got in Jazz's face and she was disrespecting her. I never once heard Tammy or anyone when they were telling the story say that Duffy got into Jazz's face. So I don't know where she's getting that unless they cut that part out of the scene when Tammy or anybody else said that. I didn't see that shit. So Tammy was like, "Okay, you had a chance to say something yesterday, so I'm not really going, I don't really want to hear it or whatever." And Duffy is like, "Well, you're sitting here at the table, so you're gonna hear it." Now, here's the thing about that whole exchange. At the same time, Duffy is a grown ass woman, so if she want to say something, I respect her for not letting Tammy or anybody else, hush her from saying what the hell she want to say. But at the same time, Duffy, you know how Tammy is. Y'all on a trip to have fun, so why even bring the shit up? Tammy just said y'all were good, and she's trying to enjoy herself. So why bring up anything? Like, why not just leave well enough alone or whatever? So Tammy gets up and she walks away. And when Tammy walks away, Duffy is still running her damn mouth, like still calling after Tammy and yelling. I'm like, now if the woman that you had the issue with is walking away from the situation, why the hell are you still talking? Why are you still running your damn mouth? When Tammy left, that's when your mouth should have closed. And I don't blame Tammy for turning back around and saying, "What did you say?" And then going after Duffy, because y'all, as much as I go in on Tammy and I let Tammy have it, Duffy was asking for it. She should have left well enough alone and kept her damn mouth shut. So Tammy is trying to get to Duffy, and she's acting like a Tasmanian devil, a animal, a bull. Like she sees red, and Duffy is her target. Like she wants Duffy's head on a platter, guys. So she's going after Duffy, and Duffy she kind of takes her time to get up or whatever. So Tammy's still trying to get to her, and I guess Tammy kind of is like breaking free or whatever because she's right in front of Duffy, and I guess Duffy's like, oh shit, she about to get me. So Duffy starts swinging. Now Tammy says that Duffy is whacked for waiting 50 years to swing, but I look at it like this: if somebody's coming towards me and they're getting closer, I want to start swinging too, even if I don't want to fight. If you're in a proximity near me, I'm going to swing too. If you're near me or whatever. So they finally get Tammy off her, and Tammy just looks crazy in her eyes. You can tell that she really wants to kick Duffy's butt. And this is what I don't like about Duffy. So while they have Tammy restrained or whatever, Duffy's still running her damn mouth. You just mad because you lied. You just mad because you got caught in a lie. She did not get caught in no damn lie. What are you talking about, Duffy? And this is why people don't like Duffy, because she runs her mouth and she got all that damn mouth, but she can't back it up. And that's what people don't like about Duffy. And I wasn't really, a fan of Tammy this much either, but I'm not feeling Duffy either because I do see what people say about Duffy or whatever. So they are I guess Tammy and Shawnee and Malaysia, they're going somewhere or whatever, and it that's pretty much the episode. That's pretty much how it ends. Next episode, they're going to figure out who has to go, Duffy or Tammy. And then I guess Jackie's going to have her wedding in Portugal, which is really sweet of Doug. But tell me what y'all think. This episode was a hot mess. It was so crazy. I'm not even mad at Tammy. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not even mad at Tammy for what she did. Duffy has a lot of mouth. Duffy tries to act big and bad, but her actions don't really reflect it.